Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to talk a little bit about, well, let's start with Joy-Cons. There are a lot of interesting Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. It's available in several different colors. Right? And then you have, of course, the pink and the green ones that came out. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch is kind of interesting because, well, there's a lot of technology in these little Joy-Cons. Now, a lot of the technology that's in them, like for example, there's this lights up, by the way. There's a little NFC reader in here on the right-hand side. There's a little camera on the bottom. It's an infrared camera. There's accelerometers that do your pitch and wave and all that stuff. It's pretty decent. It's got motion controls in there. There's a lot of technology built into that. There's even a little infrared camera built into this. And there's all sorts of technology built into this. But the thing is, unlike with the Wii, where we had motion controls and we're like, hey, look what we can do with these, Nintendo didn't really do anything that like really showed off the capabilities of the Joy-Cons. So, when they announced Nintendo Labo, they introduced us to Toy-Cons. This is Nintendo Labo. It's actually huge. This box is really big. Like, legit. It's a big box. The basic idea of this is that there should be inside it software and a bunch of cardboard sheets which you can put together to make all sorts of different things. And you can go ahead and get little stickers and customization kits for it with stencils and other items so that you can customize your Nintendo Labo creations. There's two different types. There's Toy-Con 1, which is the variety pack. So it says Toy-Con 1 variety kit. And then the $10 more expensive and a lot more complex robot kit, which is Toy-Con 02. We don't know what Toy-Con 03 or 4 will be. Maybe we'll see something like that in the future. This, of course, requires a Nintendo Switch system, right? And they recommend it for ages 6 and up. It's rated E for everyone, and it's essentially like a Lego kit in a way. So, let's go ahead and show off some stuff here on the box. There's actually a couple things you can do with this. Yep, there's a Toy-Con Garage where you can edit and alter and do all sorts of things with it. Toy-Con Piano, Toy-Con Motorbike, Toy-Con House, Toy-Con Fishing Rod, and Toy-Con RC Car. The big deal is that you can, quote, make, play, discover. You see, it uses the camera features and the vibration, the HD rumble, etc., to make things happen. For example, you can build this little piano, and when you touch the cardboard keys, it'll push up items here, which this sees, and it tells this that that's what you're doing. You can control these and mix them around. There's a weird little programming thing they did where they program via chains, which I think is absolutely brilliant because it teaches the basic flow of programming, well, to children. It's science. Your basic things like your go to 01, 02, 03, but instead of showing it as a code, it's shown as blocks and squares which you attach to each other in the game. Now, this is kind of an interesting one in that you can't play it with the Joy-Cons attached. You can't play this in, let's bring that up here, you can't play this in handheld mode. You can only play it in tabletop or connected to the TV. And oftentimes, you're going to want it just to connect it into the, into the cardboard thing that you made. Let's go ahead. Oh, here's the top of the box. Here's the other side. The sides of the box are the same. Right? Let's go ahead and free this up so we can show you what's inside the Labo box. I got my little shank over here. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, get started. Por commence. This is the important part here. You can actually buy extra cardboard and extra parts from Nintendo. You can make the parts yourself. But this is the heart and blood of this particular thing. I find it kind of interesting that they have a part here where you put down the name of the student or child or person that's going to own this. For example, if I were like, let's say I were buying this for a homeschooled child, or for like a child that's interested in science, or for like either my nieces or nephew or whatnot, what you do is the first thing you'd want to do is personalize it. Kind of like how when they made Pokemon Stadium on the N64 had a little spot where you could put your name. So you could tell people who the game belonged to. With this, you do the same thing with Toy-Con. Mainly because, like, for example, the piano, your software saves are going to be different than other people's, but also so that, well, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I do like that bit of personalization. I like that there's graph paper here. You could probably use this for something. Very likely this game wants you to, oh, here's what the game looks like itself. Or rather the software, the productivity software looks like. I think it looks fantastic. Anywho, they want you to personalize it, because once you personalize it, you own it. Okay, let's put this aside for right now. And let's see what we have here. Get started. Por commence, etc., etc. Remove the game card. Insert into the Nintendo Switch. Select Make and start building. Here is a very important thing of, it's not just cardboard. There are other little dowels and strings and rubber bands and other things that are important to it. More corrugated cardboard, don't worry. At no point is this that thin. Oh! And then there's a bunch of different cardboard pieces in here. In fact, oh good lord. Let's count this. There are a bunch, and they're all like this one's oh wow, I think this is the house, or some of the other items, I'm not sure. This is actually pretty decent, decent cardboard. Oh! B, C, D, E. Oh, it's color-coded so you can tell which ones you need for what things. There's a bunch of different projects. For example, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. You need six particular parts to make the fishing pole. This is just for an idea, a couple early ideas. This is for that moving RC battling thing, I'm guessing. Over here we have the first parts of the house, which takes up to D. That takes 4 of them. There's 4 for the house. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to H. That's H for the motorcycle. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That's 8 pieces right there for the motorcycle. And then we have A through H, 8 pieces essentially for the piano. I think the piano and the motorcycle are the most complex items here. And then a lot of these other ones are just, like you can cut your teeth essentially on the ones that are smaller and start from there. I am going to mess with those. My big thing for this one is I really like the instruments and stuff they have, because you don't just make what they instruct you to do. They're like a Lego set in that you can make other things with it. Now, some people will be turned away from this because they're like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff to do and so much stuff to make, and that can take a while. Well, yeah. The thing about Labo, though, is that it's not intended for a single person to be making it by themselves, for the most part. It's actually intended for a parent to work with their kid on it. So you're both working on it. Don't get too bent out of shape, because the cardboard is not too it's not overly sturdy, and it's not overly weak, and you can order replacement parts from Nintendo. Oh, I did want to show off while we're here. I like that box. This box is pretty great, and I'm going to sit down at some point, and I think the first thing I want to do is actually the big ones here, I think, because I've gotten to mess around with some of these actually elsewhere. I've already gotten to see some of this in action, and I would have to say that I feel like the big ones in here, the ones that are the people were just like, I saw the piano, I was like, oh, the piano was just like the big thing for me. I was like, really? This piano is amazing. That is an amazing thing. But the ones that will surprise people the most, I think, are, well, the motorcycle, the fishing game, even the little house, because you can have things live in the house, and they react to what you program it to do. There's a lot to it. For example, on the piano, you can change the octaves, the types of noises, the pitch and tune, the speed, etc. And it's a full scale right here. It's just one of those things where, oh, if they just sold some of these sets separately, like you could download, say, off that, you'd be like, here is just the piano set. But like, you just buy just the piano or just the house. But I understand why they put all those together. And the reason they put them all together is because in this variety kit, they want you to make some of the small stuff first and then get on to the larger stuff. They want to slowly introduce people to it. I think what we'll see in the future is you'll see like the stuff like this variety kit. I think they'll sell some of the parts separately as a small kit with a little download code specifically, so you can download that section of the system. But I think that's a ways away. We'll probably see some Labo stuff on the eShop in the future, where it's like, hey, here's a module for it, and then you just purchase a particular item for it. Now let's take a look at the customization set. Okay, oh, that's got some things here. Includes things. So I got a lot of stickers, to be honest, and I'm looking forward to customizing, well, the piano or the house or even the fishing rod with stickers. And here's what's in this particular set. We have, oh gosh, that's the thing that lives in the house, by the way. It's kind of terrifying. And it's Nintendo Labo Scotch tape. I think that's actually pretty fantastic. Nintendo Labo. This one's like a little thing. It's like, it just says Nintendo Labo. It's just the branding, and then this is the type of tape. We have multiple types of little stickers here. These are Nintendo character eyes. Goombas, Princess Peach, Mario, a Boo, you know, one of the little Boos or whatnot. Bowser, other characters. This is KK Slider. This is from Splatoon. Of course, this is Link. Some of the other items in here are interesting. Here is your stencils, which actually they recommend for use with stamps or whatnot. In fact, they recommend that people do that. And then these are Labo related stickers. Some of the little icons, the little creature that lives inside the house that you can torment, by the way, using, well, stuff that you've programmed. And that's kind of neat. What I'm really looking forward to with this thing actually would be, well, let me pop these back in here. Oh, and this is for like some of this stuff here. Just, there's so many little possibilities with this particular system. I feel like this tape could be good for reinforcing stuff. Oh, but this right here is actually why I'm very excited about this. See all these right here? Stickers. Lots of stickers. Stickers! Stickers like this for no good reason. Or this. Heck yeah. Let's see what we have in here sticker wise. Doot. I am looking forward to decorating stuff with stickers. Yeah, I am a grown adult sitting here talking about decorating cardboard toys with stickers and how awesome that's going to be. And you know what? I regret nothing. Because you really kind of can't. I mean, come on. Yeah. Avatar stuff. And here's one for Lockheed Martin and a satellite of some sort. Oh, what else is in here? There's all sorts of different stickers. Stickers. Hey, this one about like, hey, for the first time on DVD, the Star Wars trilogy. Yep. All these stickers. Ooh, memory card stickers from the old days of the N64. Killer Instinct Gold and Star Fox 64 and such. Aw, yeah. Admit it. Right now you're thinking of going down to a dollar store or to your local craft store or to a Target or whatnot and being all like, I'm gonna buy some stickers. Think about how great my Labo creation will look with a Xbox One X sticker plastered on the front of it for no good reason. I'm only kidding, of course. I mean, there's other stuff in here. I mean, look at this Happy Slime sticker. How could I resist? How could I resist not customizing something with this? So, yeah. I think the thing with Nintendo Labo, and I really can't get into a lot of it right now, is that, oh, look at this. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can put Sega and Sony stickers on it. Here's some Spider-Man who's totally gonna die in Infinity War, right? That's what's gonna happen, right? Oh, GameCube stickers. Pikmin. Oh man. I can make a really lit looking piano. And I just said lit. Oh, terrible. Then there's some other stuff in here. We got like, this would be good for the notes. It's kind of nice because I'm looking at this, I'm like, I can finally use some of these stickers from stuff. Yeah, Persona type stuff and Atlas. I love you, Atlas. You're great. I have some little nightmare stickers somewhere around here. Oh, Disney characters. But yeah, generally, this is a device. Oh look, Tofu Records stickers. Yep. Oh, this is a device that was created so that people can be all, well, creative with it. It's a great little way for them to show off their tech, to show off the tech inside the Joy-Cons, and to give parents and children something to do together. It might be a little frustrating for some kids, but that's why they recommend ages 6 and up, and why, well, I'm going to put these little, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this box for storage purposes. Woo! Right? And then I'm going to go ahead and put these stickers and stencils. You can find more stickers and stencils at your local Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to put those in the box because I feel that's the right place to put them. And then I'll have to see if there's any updates or whatnot for this on the Nintendo Switch. And we'll see what we can do with this. To be honest, I'm going to take the software with me first because, well, there's some people I know who already have these put together. Generally, putting it together can take some people anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes for some of the smaller stuff to about an hour and a half for some of the more complicated stuff. That robot kit is huge. The robot kit is actually huge. It's got a backpack that you build. It's insane. That one can take someone a good 2 or 3 hours, even if they're working with other people. So yeah, keep in mind that the big difference between these two kits is that, like, the variety kit is like someone who buys like a bunch of the small Lego sets, whereas with the robot kit, you're building the Lego Death Star. Or remember when you were a child in the 80s? You may not, but I remember being a child in the 80s, and there was that one kid who had the Lego space shuttle, and you were like, I want to be friends with this kid, but I secretly hate him so much for having the Lego space shuttle. And that's fine. Lego space shuttle, though, was like almost $200. Seriously, in 1980s money, which is like, what, $500 today? So people will look at this and go, hey. But anyways, if you're one of those people who got a Nintendo Switch for your kids, and you're like, well, you know what? I wonder what else they can do with this. This is some good edutainment. This is an interesting hobby kit. This is like getting your kids together and like, hey, we're going to paint little models for Warhammer today, or we're going to take some of the little meeples from some of these games and we're going to give them personality. This is for the creative side, and I'm actually one of the things I'm looking forward to the most on this is actually how many of these use different Joy-Cons. Some of them, like for example, some of them can use more than 2 Joy-Cons. The piano actually uses 1 Joy-Con. The little RC things use 2, and they're built a little bit kind of like these are. I actually got to play around with the little RC cars, and you'd be surprised how sturdy those are in holding these. So yeah, you can build quite a bit. Nintendo does sell the different kits, so you can be like, I need another house piece. You can order the house as a little set. You do need the software to make it run. They don't sell that as a replacement, but they do sell replacement keyboard, cardboard for each part. And with the robot part, there's different sections of it, like the little head visor is its own own section. The backpack has multiple sections, that type of stuff. And it's not just cardboard. Like I said, there's other stuff in there too. There's also those little optimization things. And you should probably go down to like your local Hobby Lobby or your local Target and go ahead and pick up some more stickers and whatnot. Because seriously, Yeah. It's kind of a neat idea, and this is something I would love to like put together with like my nieces and nephews or so. It's like this would be something where you put it together with your own kid or with someone else, or in my case, you put together and decorate it by yourself because you're putting together like the little piano thing, and then you're going to use the piano to make weird, awkward covers of music. I wonder how well these sync together. I mean, think about this for example, just the piano part. Build different, build a couple, get some people who have switches and the software. Put together a couple of these, daisy chain those together. I mean, there's a Nintendo Korg device coming out for the system soon. Oh, one thing I love about it though is the way it's designed. It allows you to access that top port right up here where you can put in your speakers. Yep. So, I think it's kind of amazing that they're like, hey, you know what? People wanted to see what we could do with this because we had tennis rackets and all this other junk for the Nintendo Wii. Like they had the little Wii Zapper, the Wii Wheels, those things. Didn't really do anything. Those didn't do anything except for the Wii Zapper, which was a bit more intricate. But you know what they did with this? They're like, you know what? People like things like the Wii Zapper. Why don't they build one? Which, looking at some of the little stuff here, you can actually kind of do that. And then you can set some of these up here where you set up targets. And as soon as the camera finds a target, you can press a button or squeeze a small trigger and they fall over, caused by the vibration. Which, fun thing about this, even with no Joy-Con in it, when you rotate the handle on the fishing pole, it makes a really satisfying clicking noise. Like, these actually have some tension to them. These keys pop back up when you press them. For being cardboard and miscellaneous arts and crafts, it is brilliant, and I'm looking forward to putting these together and making my own of these. Particularly, I love the house. It's so kind of funny, and the motorcycle games are pretty good. You can make your own courses using the cameras. And you can also, there's all sorts of stuff. For example, there's some stuff there where there's a part where you just put some rubber bands across the screen and you can put up different sequences in it. They're like, some of the videos that are out of this, what you can do with it, are insane. People make little guitars. You can put together your own little band, essentially. Want a weird air drum kit? Perfect. What Nintendo did, though, is they took kind of the whole Wii Music, Wii Sports, that type of stuff. They took kind of those weird little things that they do on occasion and then stuck them in a way that it's couched as, well, even sounding a little bit like Lego, Labo, Lab Zero, Nintendo Labo. Yay! And look, they couched all that stuff as something optional. There's some hardcore games in here, though. Seriously. The little house, the motorcycle, and the fishing game are legitimately challenging and fun games. The only thing that bugs me a bit about Nintendo Labo, though, is, well, let me go grab this for a second. Why can't I use things like this with Nintendo Labo? Right now, and this is something they could add in the future with an update to the software, why can't I be like, oh, I've got my little things in the house, I have the little creature, why can't I just scan an amiibo into there and give it clothing or something? Or let's say I want to use, let's say I want to play a little Mario game which requires me to I don't know, learn different chords on the piano. I could build the piano and then um, maybe use, like, scan this into there by holding it over the back of the piano where the camera is, and then send, like, say, Mario into the game, and then have a little 8-bit version of Mario that jumps and dodges and progresses through the level as I hit the right notes. I mean, there's so much more that they could do with this by combining Labo with Amiibo, and I feel like there's just a little bit of, I guess what I'm looking for is there's a little bit of missed potential, but not much. This is interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kits 3 and 4 will be. And I'm hoping that this sells well because, one, it's an educational product. It's not a hardcore video game product. There's already people who are like, I'm so frustrated by Labo. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be good at every Nintendo thing. You can just make the house and have fun with that. You don't have to make the robot. You don't have to go buy the robot. You can play with the little minifigs and the little police set or the little pirate ship sets and be fine. You don't have to own the space shuttle. But it's cool if you can find someone who can put together the space shuttle, and then you can play with them. And you go over there and be like, hey, do you own the space shuttle? Cool. I'm gonna go over there. I've got some Capri Suns I can gift to your mom, and we can all have like pizza later. It'll be awesome. Of course, back then we didn't didn't like order in pizza. We actually would make it. Yeah, we're gonna make the pizza later. This is something where if I were babysitting still, this is exactly the type of toy that'd be like, hey, let's sit down and I'll help you guys with this arts and crafts. Because one, why not? Helping, like, yeah, people need to be more artistic in their life, and a little less, you see, when people are artistic and they're not given stuff to do, like stuff to create or to do, they'll be artistic about things that are themselves. That sounds a little weird. Don't know what I'm trying to say there, but let's just say that Nintendo Labo is a glorious throwback to Nintendo's early days of making like toys and such. I'm amazed that they didn't have oh, why don't they? Oh, it just occurred to me. They could have okay, why isn't there a Mega Arm for this? Like, Nintendo had this little thing called the Mega Arm, where it was a little thing where you just, it would extend, you could grab something and pull it back. Why didn't Nintendo make some kind of automatic Mega Arm, where you would have one of these appear and you could possibly use the vibration along with this to like grab things, or you could have it automatically. I don't know, maybe that's something you can actually do with this. I don't know. There's so many mysteries in here and so many different things. With the way it's designed, you can change, like when you're in the garage mode for each of these things, you can change the way that each of these reacts. There's multiple motors of rumble, so that HD rumble actually uses like bits and pieces where you can feel it. Like for example, in 1-2 switch, you can feel stuff inside the controller because of the way the rumble works. You can use that to varying degrees to generate noise, to move objects around. Like, for example, this thing here, it walks. You can actually direct it by using little guideposts and stickers, or have it come over to your hand or whatnot, and it can see you, and you can see what the little camera sees, and it will follow you. And it uses the vibration inside the Joy-Con to move the Toy-Con around. Just, And this right here, it's got the camera's facing down so it can see what type of thing that you're inserting into the side of the house. There's these different little modules that you can make and assign stuff to. You can be like, oh, I want this particular module to do this particular thing, and you bring it into the world that's inside the little house. And with this one here, the Joy-Cons are right here. You've got your left and your right in here, and essentially it's using the accelerometer, so you can be like, oh, I'm moving this way, or I'm going to move this way. Just, yeah, it's controlling your speed and such, to the point where you can also brake, which I find kind of amusing. The brake covers the, when you do put the little brake on this, what it does is it notices it, because the way that's designed there, you've got the plus on this side, right? So the camera is facing out this way, and then you have this one over here, which is just the negative part here. There's so much stuff in this. It's going to be fun to go through it. I probably won't do a lot of that on the camera. I kind of want to show more of the end results with these in later videos. But yeah, that's what's in Nintendo Labo and the little customization kit. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did you pick this thing up? Are you trying to put one together? What's your take on it? Do you think it's great? Do you think it's awesome? Or do you think it's dumb and stupid and you hate fun? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that share button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.